Hi guys, so today I'm here to tell you about 5 of my favorite foundations that are my ride or die go-to anytime I need something that's gonna last on my face. These are not in any particular order, they're just the 5 that I like. So the first one I have here is from Fenty Beauty. It is a matte foundation. I have done a full review on my channel about this. I am almost done with this foundation. It's right about here. The reason why I love Fenty Beauty so much is because it goes on super quick. It is a very matte foundation. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that I have a very oily T-zone. My face gets very oily just in the T-zone area, and then it kind of spreads out throughout the rest of my face throughout the day. And with this particular foundation, I don't have to worry about that happening. It will get slightly oily, but all I have to do is take a little pad, wipe it off, and then I am good to go for the rest of the day. Doesn't matter if I set this or if I don't set it, it just stays. And this is a really good foundation for girls, boys, anybody with oily skin. I would highly recommend this. Again, this is a super matte foundation. So if matte is a foundation that you do not like, you may not like this, but this is one of my very favorite foundations, and as soon as this one's done, I will be picking up another one of this because this is one of my ride or die foundations. The second foundation I have here is from L'Oreal Paris, the Infallible Pro Matte. I have mine in the color 105. Here is what it looks like. This is another one that reminds me a lot of the Fenty foundation. It is slightly more dewy than the Fenty. So the Fenty is like a super suck all the moisture out of your skin type of foundation. This one gives you a little bit of dewiness, but it does have the lasting power that the Fenty does. This one I do have a full review on my channel, but it was way back in the day where you couldn't see it when I didn't have any cameras or lightings. So this one I may have to come back and do another full day review for you guys so you can see. If you're interested in that, let me know. This one does last all day on my face, stays in place through heat, wind, rain, snow, anything. This one also stays on my face just like the Fenty does. This one is a cheaper version of the Fenty for me, and I've grown to love this. When I first tried this out, I wasn't a big fan of it, but I did have the wrong color, and so my daughter actually brought one over that was my right color, and I've been using it ever since because it's a really good drugstore foundation that's matte. It keeps us oily skin people in place all day. When my face does start to get oily, I do have to be a little bit more cautious with this one because, like I said, this is a drugstore foundation and it will start to move around a little bit, but as long as I wipe away the oils really quick with this foundation, it stays in place. And this is another one that I will continue to purchase when this one runs out. Alright, the third foundation that I have here is from Too Faced. It's the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. Now, they're not lying when they say this is a comfort matte foundation. This is a matte foundation, but where you get the Fenty Beauty foundation where it just sucks all the moisture out of your face and makes sure you're going to stay matte all day, this one doesn't quite do that. It leaves a little bit of dewiness on your face. It lets your face breathe a little bit more than the Fenty does, and it leaves your face looking really flawless throughout the day. I love this particular foundation because it has such good ingredients in it. You can't beat the fact that Too Faced put everything that they could in this to make your face look wonderful, and if you continue to wear it and wear it every single day, as long as you have moisture in the air, the ingredients in this particular foundation will soak that moisture up and add it to your face, and it's supposed to help you know, make you look younger the more you use this. And I do agree with that. This foundation is a really good foundation. Again, this is not a drugstore foundation. This is kind of an expensive foundation, but for the price and what it does, I don't mind paying it. I don't mind paying the price for this. This actually stays on my face all day. It does not budge. Because it is a comfort matte and not a full matte, it does get a little bit oily, but even with the oils that come up with this foundation, it looks really nice on my face, kind of dewy and kind of like, you know, pretty, and it does not move. So I will have to go in with the blotting sheet throughout the day and make sure those oils are not getting over the top, but once I do that, this foundation will last me all day long. This is another one of my tried and true favorites since it came out. I really like this. I did like the original Born This Way, but this one looks super cakey on my face. This one does not. This one is my favorite from Too Faced by far, and this is one of my ride or die foundations as well. My fourth foundation would be the No. 7 Stay Perfect foundation. This is a medium coverage foundation. but you can build it to a full coverage in areas of your face if you like, without it looking super cakey. I love this foundation because it reminds me a lot of the one from Too Faced. Not only does this have like a peanut buttery smell in a way, but it does stay on my face all day, even though it is not considered a matte foundation. This one also has a sunscreen of 15 in it, which is really nice. The medium coverage stays on my face for most of the day. I do get a little bit more dewier throughout the day, especially in my T-zone with this particular foundation, because it's not considered a matte foundation, so you can't blame the foundation. But even though it's not a matte foundation and I do have an oily T-zone, I love the way this foundation looks on my face throughout the whole day. It just has this perfect glow to my face all day long, and I love the fact that it doesn't look super cakey. It doesn't look like I have a ton of makeup on. It just looks like my skin, but just a little bit better. It covers up all the redness, even though it's a medium coverage. It just keeps my face looking nice throughout the day, even though I get sweaty and oily. So this is one of my favorite drugstore foundations. This is one that I would highly suggest. This has been in my favorites for a while whenever I do favorites videos, and I still love this foundation. Another one that I will always repurchase when I run out of, and have repurchased. Right. And the very last foundation is again from the drugstore. This is a newer foundation from CoverGirl. It's the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation, which is what I have on my face right now. This is such a beautiful foundation for the drugstore. I couldn't believe it when I got it. It does, you know, matte out your face. It almost has like a powdery feeling on your face. It definitely takes away the redness. It takes away any, you know, marks that you have. You can build it up if you want to. You can wear it in a lightweight foundation if you want to. But it does do the job for my skin type. Even though like I said, I do have the oily skin and it's considered a matte, it does well throughout the day. It stays in place. I don't have to worry about it rubbing off on things. As long as I set it really well, it just does what I need it to do. Now, CoverGirl just came out with this. There's been many reviews out there. I have a full review on my channel about this. I highly suggest this if you're looking for a matte foundation and have not decided which one to get, whether it be Fenty, L'Oreal, the Too Faced one, or this one. I would say this was, if you're looking for something that's kind of inexpensive, I would go with the L'Oreal or this one. This one is a really nice, has a really nice finish. As you can see, I have it on right now. It just gets the job done. It makes your face just look super uniform, and it doesn't do any weirdness throughout the day. It doesn't like blotch up on my face, or when I start getting oils, it doesn't start separating. It just does what I want it to do and stays in place all day. This is a perfect foundation for anybody that has oily skin. And if you do have, you know, normal skin or, you know, dry skin, you can use this one as well. You just got to spray your face down with something to keep it from getting kind of dry, but it works for me. And this is another one that I would highly suggest if you're looking for something for oily skin. So guys, those are my 5 foundations that I would recommend if you are looking for something with an oily skin or something that you want to feel mattified and have a clean canvas with. Those are all really nice foundations. Though, aside from the number 7 foundation, which is kind of a dewier foundation, the other 4 that I mentioned are all matte foundations and will work and stay in place for you all day. The number 7 does stay in place for me all day, but that one does, you know, add a little bit of dewiness to my face throughout the day, more so than the other 4 that I mentioned. But I would suggest any of these 5 foundations for anybody that has an oily T-zone. I feel like all 5 of these foundations are perfect. I've tested all these foundations out for a very long time, and these 5 are the ones that I continue to use on a day-to-day basis without any trouble whatsoever. I mean, I do have other foundations that I go to every once in a while. Like I'll use the Bare Minimals one when I don't want to have any, you know, just a quick foundation. This is a very light foundation, but those 5 are the ones when I want full coverage, when I want to look really nice throughout the day, not have to worry about my foundation doing anything funky, or, you know, have to worry about it spreading apart or looking kind of goofy on my face. These are my tried and true 5 favorites that I have no worries about. These I can just slap on my face, put my face on, go to work, and not have to worry about, oh my god, it is so hot outside today. My makeup must be melted in my face. Or, oh my god, I just been rained on. I'm gonna have makeup all over the place. Not with these 5 foundations on my skin. They work really, really well. So I hope this helped you guys if you were looking for a matte type of foundation and wasn't sure which one to use. Like I said, I have full reviews on all these foundations on my channel. But I hope this helped if you were looking for a new, you know, all-day wear type of foundation. And I just wanted to let you know which 5 are my go-to everyday type of foundations. And I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys like this video, and I shall talk to you guys later. Bye bye.